You know, he blows a loan my dad gives him. And then now he's coming back and we're giving him steak dinners and stuff like that. Yeah, and he's like, I'm the reason you had enough money for that, for the loan. I as well just thought that he was dead. Your brother was in Vegas. I just thought the worst. I got these two brothers I want to tell you about, all right? These two brothers work for their dad in like a farm industry. They own a farm out in Modesto. It's stinky, you know. But it's a big production. They got you know, chop houses for the meat to butcher the meat up.
What type of meat do they have?
They got cows, they got pigs, you know, any type of meat they got there. They got a milking station for creamery. Like they want to be able to milk cows, milk goats.
Ooh, this is a good
camels, maybe camels.
This is camels.
Can you milk a camel?
Milk a cat.
But
this is a big business.
It's a big business, man. You know, they're up early every morning, crack of dawn. The rooster's crowing. They're out there. They're helping dad. They're checking out the warehouses, make sure the employees are doing well, right? And so, you know, they put in a lot of work. You know, these two boys.
The boys or the dad?
The two boys with their dad. The dad's the boss. So he's more pointing here, hey, go there, you here, right? Directing everything. So after all of these years of working together, you know, dad has promised them, like, hey, when I pass,
this is all yours.
You're gonna work into this is gonna be something you guys take care of. And
that's
pass
what
on,
dads do.
and pass on to your kids, right?
Dad's always like, hey, I'm going to give this car to my son. I'm going to give this house to my daughter.
Something you can remember me by, right? So they're super excited about it.
How old are these kids?
Well, let's say they're like 22, the youngest one, and the other one's, let's say he's 27.
Okay.
All right. So the older one is a little more mature. So the younger one says to Pops, hey, Pops, I want to start my own business, man.
Ooh. You taught me enough, I'm out.
He's like, wait, you're supposed to take over this here with your brother. And he's like, no, bro can do it. I want to do something different. Can I get a loan from you? And dad kind of thinks about it and goes, man, I don't know. Next day, dad goes, let's go. Takes him to the bank. And dad gets a loan for the son, about $5,000. And he goes, hey, look it, you're on your own. Take care. I want you to be careful. So the son goes back home, gathers all of his stuff from his room, takes the TV, the laundry basket, because he's going to need a laundry basket for where he's at, right?
Did he even pay for his stuff? Is he taking...
Probably not.
Hey, but if it's in my...
bed and mattress that he didn't own?
If it's in my room, though, it's in my room, it's mine,
it's
right?
Mine, Dad.
It's mine. You bought it for me, you know? So he takes everything he feels like is his. And he takes off and he goes to Las Vegas, you know, to try to dream big.
Dirty city.
It's the Sin City, right? So he goes to Vegas and with his loan that his father gave him, he tries to start a couple businesses. He does a limo business and that doesn't pan out right. And he loses a couple $1,000s trying to do that. Then he goes, you know what? I got to pay for my house and my rent. So he's like, I got to get a job. So he goes and gets a job in the casino and he's working the buffet line, just trying to like make ends meet, right?
He's not making it.
It's hard. It's hard.
Business is hard. People think it's so easy to get in there and just jump in and be like, hey, let me start limo business, you know?
So and then he needs to get a roommate because now he can't afford the rent. The rent's getting too expensive. Sells his car, goes, all right, this is not working. I need more money. Got to sell my car. So this guy is just spending all of his cash from his loan from his dad.
Spending it or trying to survive.
Trying to survive, right? And it's so he doesn't know what to do anymore. It gets so low that he ends up losing his apartment, losing all his cash. And he's too prideful to even call dad right now. He's just like, I gotta survive. I can't make it look like I made the wrong choice here.
Where's he working at?
Now he's not working.
Oh,
because now he's stealing food. Because I was gonna tell you, like he's working at the buffet line. Now he's got no house. Now he's got nothing to eat. So now he's taking food home. You know, to wherever he's staying, either on the street or buddy's house, wherever he can go, he's doing it. So he loses his job. And so what he ends up doing is he's like knows, where he used to work at the buffet line. He's waiting for the trash to be dumped out at the end of the day because now he's got to get food. So he's going to go get food from the trash cans. He just hit rock bottom, starting to drink. It's just, he doesn't know what else to do. So farming, he does know how to do, right? He knows how to farm. So he tries to get another job working on another farm. It's too hot in the desert. He's like, nah, I can't do this anymore. So he ends up doing it. He makes the call that he doesn't want to do. Calls his daddy. Dad,
Pops.
Dad, I can't do this anymore. Help me, please.
His voice is cracking. He's upset.
He doesn't want him to know that he's a failure, but by calling him, he's already given up, right? And the dad says, yeah, come home. Come home. So the brother takes everything he has. Dad, was it Western Union him, $100 so he can get back home. So the kid gets home, the dad sees him in the distance, and the dad runs to him, gives him a big hug, and just like picks him up and squeezes him like he's been gone for like 10 years, right? But it's only been a year or so. And he was just like, I am so happy you're home. Now the oldest, the one that's been, working on the farm with his dad, the 27-year-old, looks at this and goes, why the heck is he giving him all the love, man? I've been here. I've been working my butt off. Where's my love, man? Like,
I've been by your side this whole time.
You don't hug me like that, Dad. You know what I mean? Like, we barely talk sometimes. And he was just so frustrated. The dad was like, let's go out to eat. Your brother's back. Let's go get a steak, And they were just like, well, you don't ever take me out for a steak, Dad. What the hell? And so he gets all upset. And then so they go have dinner, and then they enjoy the older brother is just like sitting at the end of the table, just like, all for this guy, he blows a loan my dad gives him. And then now he's coming back and we're giving him steak dinners and stuff like that. He's like, I work, he's
I had to take his place of work 2 times harder.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm the reason you had enough money for that, for the loan, you know what I mean? Like, because of my work here.
Yeah.
So at the end of the night, they all go back to the house, and the brother goes back into his old room, the one that came back. And then the older brother, sees Dad and goes, hey, Dad. He's like, why are you giving him so much, brother, so much and so much attention? Like, I've always been here. You don't give me that type of love. And he's like, well, because your brother went out into this dangerous world and made it back home, and he's alive. And I didn't know what was going on with him and never heard from him. And I might as well just thought that he was dead because we didn't talk for a year. So now that he's back, I know he's home and he's safe. I know I always got you. You're always here. I don't have to worry about you dying or getting caught up in some mess in Vegas. You know what I mean? Like when your brother was in Vegas, I just thought the worst, because that's what Vegas is. So the brother understood and was like, hey, you're always here. I'll always love you no matter what. But your brother coming back, that was huge for me. The buzzing's gone. So, and this reminds me of a story in the Bible called The Prodigal Son. And it teaches you that, like, you can be far gone and leave. Jesus will always accept you back, no matter what you've done, no matter if you were in Vegas doing a bunch of bad things, and God will always have his arms open for you to come back home. And this son was back home and he was safe. Whenever you go home to your parents' house, you feel safe. Even if you're old enough and you got your own place, there's a secure spot about being in your parents' home, because nothing can happen to you there.
So I got a question. How many times or how often can you leave and say, I'm leaving, and come back for a steak?
I know. I was going to tell my mom, I'm out.
I'm out. We'll see you Friday. Make sure a steak is there.
Steak.
Yeah, steak dinner. Steak dinner. I don't know. Yeah, I think you can leave as many times.
Texas Roadhouse?
Yes.
I've never been.
What?
What is wrong with you?
My birthday's next week, and my lady's taking me there because I've never been there.
Oh wow, dude!
Yeah.
You're gonna have full stomach.
Yeah.
The rolls in the butter.
You get to pick your steak.
Oh man.
The bread. Oh man.
Dude, Imagine this brother had a bomb like that. He went to Roadhouse. That's what happened too. He went to Roadhouse. He ate at Roadhouse.
I'd have been mad too.
Yeah, I went there too. Is it all bomb?
Mm.
But I really like that story, you know, because like all of us, we've fallen. I've fallen in my faith. I've fallen in my trust of people, and there's always a way to come back, and to be in a situation where I know that my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ will accept me any way that I am. Now, I don't want to go out and be a troublemaker or anything, but to know that if I make a mistake, that I'm welcome no matter what.
So this story is great, and I love it. And I want to switch it to a little bit of a parallel about friendship. True friends, they say that we can count them on our hands. There's not that many friends out there that are real. And if you look at the story and use it as a friend, how many friends are going to have that door open for you? When you fall or you disappear and you're out, and as simple as, hey, I'm back in town, and some people will be like, dude, I don't want you around me, without saying, you're dirty, you've been around town,
you did me wrong.
I know what you're about, but you know what I mean? And then here comes the true friend that says, okay, let me help you take off your shoes and let me wash the mud off them, and come into the house and let me make you something to eat, come join our family. And they're opening the doors. You know what I mean? So the prodigal son can be used in the same way as who's opening the doors to you. Yeah. Now, dad's naturally going to open the doors for you because he's pops. He loves you. You're his bloodline. You know what I mean? So I want people that listening to this too is that there's two ways. Can you be that pops in a friend's life? Yeah. Can you be pops and say, let me open my doors to you and give you a little hand, whether it's small. You know what I mean? Let me give you a little taquito. I can give you a steak because I don't have a successful business like this. The prodigal son's dad. Yeah. So here's a little taquito de frijol con chorizo. You know what I mean? Come and sit down with me. Yeah. So I want people who are listening to look at themselves and how can they be the head of the house? Yeah. You know what I mean? How could you make sure that maybe you don't have kids, but how could you be the head of the house that opens the door to somebody?
Yeah, how could you be that lifeline for someone? Yeah.
What do you think, Ricky? How many doors opened up for you? I know you have a story, but and how many doors were shut?
A lot more were shut than were open, that's for sure.
No, I would have kept my shut with you too.
I know.
This guy's from Temecula, close the door.
Says Oxnard. No, you know what? It's living life. You just go through those situations, and you have to. Like we talked about on our other podcast about when I went to Nashville and that girl asked me for food. I guess in that situation I was pops. I went and bought her food. Let her continue sustaining life. But I mean, we have to really do some deep soul searching, and and the part of that hit home for me is the safe zone. Like our kids know that they can go do what they want to do, and if they need to come home, they can come home. We tell all of our kids that this is your safe place. This is where no judgment, no nothing. You need to come home because you need help. Come home. Yeah. If you want to go spread your wings, go spread your wings. Go do what you have to do. I'll help you as much as I can, but I think we just needed to count the cost, I guess, before we do step out and before we do shut doors forever. We're like, well, what did they go through? Yeah.
And I know those doors are open even for your kids' friends.
Oh yeah,
I
for
know
sure.
you make sure that your kids' friends come and able to come and even open your fridge and take
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
take everything but my leche.
They're comfortable.
Don't touch my milk.
Yeah. Yeah. All my kids' friends are very comfortable when they come over. So I feel like we've been fortunate enough to be able to do that for them. So they have fun.
Mm-hmm.
I was out there 2 o'clock in the morning one time playing football with all of my boys' friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was in my robe and my slippers, and we were having a good old time.
Mm-hmm.
But they felt safe.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
I'm like that with the kids that I coach at baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I call them like all nephews. You know what I mean? I look out for them, like, hey, are you doing good in school? You know what I mean? I know you're getting it from your parents too, but like this is coach, they look at me a little different, you know? And it's just like, hey man, you want to play sports, you gotta be able to pass some grades, baby. You know, there's, you know, always looking out for them as well too. And sometimes I've had kids tell me things that they're like, don't tell my dad, you know, ways they feel, you know, or like one kid was like, I'm afraid to mess up. And I'm like, why are you afraid to mess up? He's like, because my dad's going to get mad at me, you know? And I'm like, dude, you're just a little kid. It's okay for you to make a mistake here.
Where do you coach? Like out of like high school?
No, Escondido Little League.
Okay.
Yeah, there's Escondido American Little League. I've been coaching there for a while.
What age groups?
Well, from 8 years old to 12 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
The pre-teens.
Yeah, preteens, you know? So it's just like, you know, everyone's searching for somebody they can trust and tell how they feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And if you make them feel comfortable enough to open up, that's something that you need to watch, how you reply to little kids or to anybody, you know, like, and just be there for them, you know? And it's just, it's really cool to be able to know that, you know, people look up to you like that, you know? And
so here's a question that I have in my head. Okay, how do you when we're talking about this, how do you keep the door open without keeping the door open? And what I mean by saying that is like making sure that there's some kids and sons you just can't have back.
right.
You know what I mean? Some will be dangerous. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some will bring stuff into the house that can hurt other family members.
Yeah.
You know, it's a cool story and everything, but now I'm just thinking the opposite. You know what I mean? Where's that line?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Or think about the older brother, like, dude, you're coming back from Vegas? Like, what? Did you pick up a drug habit there? Like, and you're coming back to our house, you know? Like, are you
I know
like,
the
super
story.
prostitutes over there?
I know the story is a good story, and he probably came back clean and fine and everything. But where's that line, Ricky? Like that you're just like, dude, like the needle's still in your arm. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Do we put you in a separate room? Do we keep you in certain hours? You know. So
Well, I think everyone's different. Like in our house, it's without prejudice. Like you can come to me strung out. You can come to me out of prison. You can come to me however you got to come to me. I'm going to accept you. There's going to be more ground rules for you. There's going to be, you know, this is where you got to be. If you get outside of those parameters, you got to hit the road, Jack.
Heck rocks.
Initially, I think love has got to be without prejudice. Like my aunt and my cousin have got the best relationship. He has his demons, you know, but my aunt never told him no. You know,
Never push inside.
But you know, and that's what I'm saying. There's got to be parameters. If they cross that and you let them keep saying, then you're becoming an enabler.
Yeah.
But if you set standards and you're like, look, you can't do this, or you're gone. You know, I love you, and I'll help you, but you can't stay here if you continue to do this. You know, like my kids, like I won't tolerate drugs around my kids. I won't tolerate nothing. You know, if I have a brother, cousin, whatever, that's on drugs and wants to come stay with me because he has nowhere to go, I'm gonna let him in.
Yeah.
But look, the first time that I find any evidence of any drugs in this house, you're gone.
In the prodigal son, I mean, there's that side of the story is left out, but I'm assuming that that's probably the same way. Are you coming back home? Okay, I got your position. You're getting back to work.
Yeah. Or you got to start over again. You're going to start in the barn, you know, with everyone else. Like, yeah, like what kind of consequences?
Well, that's
come?
better than what I'm doing here in Vegas. So yeah,
Totally.
let me poop scoop.
Yeah.
You know, so
Like part of the story of the prodigal son when the older brother said, "Hey man, I've been here. Why don't I get this?" He goes, "Son, everything that you see here is yours."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's like, "This is yours. You're cool. You're set. Now take your brother under your wing." So yeah, he's got to start from the bottom. But what he did initially is the brother that's feeling resentment, he let him know, you know what, this is yours. Like, you're locked in. You're locked in for life. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Now take care of your brother.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, there's yeah.
Hey, since I'm the only son, am I locked in?
You're locked in, bro.
Am I locked in?
You're locked in.
Yeah.
Even I have an older sister. Biblically, I'm locked in.
Locked in.
Yeah. You're good to go, dog.
There you go.
It's just you got to grow your goatee back, though.
Oh yeah, it's on its way back. So this is 2005 Victor right here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Trying to go like the Rock with the turtleneck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
look.
mention it, dude. Don't mention it. It's
I like
just-
it.
There you go.
I like it. It's cold outside.
It looked like a high collar t-shirt. Sorry.
Thanks, guys, for listening. This is In the Loop, sponsored by Centric Auto Repair in San Marcos.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Thank you.